Hello guys, how's your day? Thank you for click on this video. And now I want to read a story, and the title of the story is The Shoemaker and the Elves. So let's get right into the story. Shoemaker and the Elves, read by Fanny. Once upon a time, a shoemaker lived with his wife behind his workshop. The shoemaker was a good man and he worked hard, but he was very poor. He did not have enough leather to make shoes, but if he did not make shoes, he and his wife would not have any food to eat. He had only enough leather to make one pair of shoes. He cut out the leather and then left it on the workbench. The shoemaker was very tired, so he thought of making shoes in the morning. I'm exhausted. I will make the shoes tomorrow in the morning, said the shoemaker, and then went to bed. The next morning, he found a pair of nicely finished shoes on his workbench. He and his wife were very confused. Soon, a man came in and bought them for a good price. With the money, the shoemaker was able to buy enough leather to make 2 new pairs of shoes. He cut out the leather and went to sleep. The next morning, there were 2 pairs of beautiful shoes. The shoemaker put them in the window, and before lunchtime, he had sold both pairs for an excellent price. It went on, and soon the shoemaker became a wealthy man. The shoemaker and his wife wanted to know who was making all the beautiful shoes for them. How would be if we were to sit up tonight to see who is it that lends us such a helping hand? His wife agreed, so that night the shoemaker left some leather in his workbench as usual. Then, instead of going to bed, he and his wife hid behind the curtains. At midnight, they saw 2 tiny elves dancing and sewing the shoes. The shoemaker was astonished. After finished their work, the elves left the workshop. The next day, the wife said, "They have made us rich, and we ought to show our gratitude. They run about with nothing on and must freeze with cold. Now I will make them little shirts, pants, hats, and you shall make them each a pair of shoes." They both decided to repay the elves for their help, so they made some warm clothes and tiny shoes for them. That night, instead of leaving leather on his workbench, the shoemaker left the clothes and hid behind the curtain. The little elves hopped up onto the workbench and saw the clothes and shoes that had been left for them. In the twinkling of an eye, they had dressed up. They were so happy. They clapped and jumped excitedly and danced on the table, singing silly songs. "Now we are dressed so fine and neat. Why cobble more for others' feet?" After that, the elves left the workshop happily. Then the shoemaker and his wife never saw the elves again. They both never had any problem again, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Okay, so that is the end of the story. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for for watching this until the end, and see you next time.